Prepare to get gas because it's time for the Week in Gear! And this week, it's strings, it's shred machines and semi-hollows, plus one product that came this close to being my pick of the week, but was dethroned by something that made me consider selling bedroom furniture. You know the feeling. This week is sponsored by Buttone Picks by Henry's Music. More about that in a bit. Flags are back. Yes, flags are back. If you don't know what that means, just continue watching. Before we start this list of the best gear releases of the week, a confession. Honestly, I didn't think I'd make it up to 5 products this week. The aim is always to get Twig to 5. Sometimes I've done 6. I don't think I've ever done less than. Maybe. I've been stuck at 4 new releases until last night when John Mayer and Ernie Ball finally announced that their new collaboration is ready to purchase. The only problem is that it's strings. Yes, John Mayer and Ernie Ball have teamed up to make your acoustic guitar sound like it's been dipped in honey and blessed by the holy guild of studio engineers. These are the new Earthwood Bell Bronze strings, and it seems that John is done with waiting for the world to change and is doing it himself, as these strings are crafted with a brand new alloy inspired by the kinds of metals you'd normally find in cymbals and bells, hence the name. Clever girl. Available in 4 gauges, 10s, 11s, 12s and 13s, they aim to combine the top-end shimmer of 80/20 bronze with the warmth and richness of phosphor bronze. And according to Mayer, they've got a kind of orchestral complexity to them. And that makes them shine when you're playing a solo, apparently. They're uncoated, but Ernie Ball's marketing team promises that they'll last longer than your last songwriting phase. Pricing is about 13 notes a pack, so pretty standard. And while I haven't tried them myself, based on the feedback I've seen online and the demos I've heard, they seem genuinely well balanced and clear, but not brittle. But let's take a look at the gasometer. Ah yes, wish list. Unless you're predominantly an acoustic player, strings, these are the sort of things that I would ask for my birthday, which is coming soon, by the way, June 10th. Anyway, if you've ever wanted to sound like John Mayer without actually learning all those thumb chords and being all handsome and all that, this is a decent step 1. Number 4, Kramer have launched 4 new guitars under the Volante name. And brace yourselves, they've managed to make Super Strats look modern again. There's the Volante Quilt HHFR in Ultramarine Burst and Ultraviolet Burst, with 2 Kramer USA Neptune humbuckers, a Floyd Rose and flame top for that full Sunset Strip throwback. Then we've got the Volante Quilt HSFR in Aqua Burst and Magenta Burst. And these ditch the neck Neptune and give a Kramer USA Triton noiseless neck pickup for glassier cleans. The Volante HSGT in Tri-Burst and Angel White keeps that pickup configuration, switches the ebony fingerboard for maple, and ditches the Floyd Rose for a more traditional hardtail option. Ideal for those who want a modern player, but don't want that fiddly trem. But let's talk about that final model, the one that really trains my Pokemon. The Volante HHFR in Intruder Black, or, wait for it, Defender Red. It's got attitude, it's got versatility, and it looks like it just turbo boosted from the dance floor of a synthwave nightclub. Turbo boost. Specs-wise, we are talking older body, 3-piece roasted maple neck with a satin finish, lovely. 24 jumbo frets on a 10 to 14 inch compound radius fingerboard. Nice. These pickups are both Kramer USA Neptune pickups. You've got a hot one in the bridge and something a bit more moderate in the neck. Then you've got coil splitting and parallel wiring options thanks to the 5-way selector. Check out the selecting of the pickups on this one, it's brilliant. You can get the John Mayer stuff on this, actually, with the parallel thing. Anyway, it's of course got a Floyd Rose 1000 trem and a locking nut for tuning stability, even if you're dive bombing like it's 1987, and my hair would probably look the same. The Volante HHFR looks like someone at Kramer saw an Ibanez RG550 Genesis and was asked to design a guitar that was like that, but less pointy and a bit easier on the eye. And I like the Genesis very much, but I'm all for this Kramer. For players that want to shred like Eddie, but whilst wearing Crocs rather than spandex, have a look at this Kramer. Oh, price. These are around 1,000 notes. The hardtails are a bit less, and the flamey ones are a bit more. And at this price, I expect a fully performing guitar that cuts no corners. I'm super into these, and I'm actually surprised they didn't get more higher on my list. I don't really rank these four. It's the pick of the week that makes the difference, really. But this feels like a full-on performance instrument that is not trying to be retro, but it just is through blood. Gasometer is rising, and the Kramer series takes it to add to cart. I think that's fair. For that price, it's intriguing. That's between intriguing and interesting. It's interesting, but some thought needs to be done. Before we dive into the next bit of gear, a shout out to Henry's Music for supporting the show. And if you're enjoying this, hit subscribe to show your support too. It genuinely makes a difference. So if you haven't, please do. We need to talk about Buttone. Henry's Music offers a wide range of instruments and accessories, including their Buttone. Yes, their Buttone guitar picks are meticulously handcrafted to create a rich and full tone. They're available in various shapes and sizes, including the Crusher, which is inspired by the Jazz 3 pick. There's also the Basser, for bass players. There's the Folker, which has far more surface area, the strange-looking circular moon tone, if you're feeling a bit out there, and the Rocker, which have got more of a point on the end. I've got some winging their way to me as I speak, so expect a full review very soon. But if you need Buttone now, check out the link in the video description to Henry's Music, where you'll find nothing but tone. In at number 3, Gretsch have dropped 4 new guitars under the Center Block Broadkaster name, 2 of which are made in Japan, and 2 are the Electromatic series crafted in China, which is exactly what it says on the headstocks. But it really makes me think that the Made in Japan brand is so strong compared to Made in China. So it's really interesting to see brands trying to lift the public opinion of Chinese-made products by calling it crafted in China, because crafted is better, right? But if you know me, you'll know that I'm a firm believer that country of origin is not the biggest factor of quality anymore. But it seems that message does need to get out there, so here we go. Back to the Gretschness. Firstly, there's the Electromatic Flame Akume Jr. Single Cut Bigsby, a classy looking orange stained smaller body rocker with that classic Filtertron bite. Then we've got its big sibling, the Electromatic Double Cut, with even more visual flair and a little bit of twang to spare. On the pricier side, we have the Broadkaster LX Center Block, a full-sized gold-accented beast for players who want vintage elegance at modern gigging specs. This is available in black, classy, and Cadillac green. And those color choices are excellent, Gretsch. But the one I'm all about is the Broadkaster Junior LX Center Block, which is available in Midnight Sapphire that looks black, but when you look closely, it is in fact very dark blue. And then my absolute favorite of this lot, Blackberry. This thing is cool. This thing is super cool. It is purple without being too purple, if you know what I mean. It's got a semi-hollow laminated maple body with a maple spruce channel core center block. That means you get feedback resistance, but you still retain that open air resonance. because it's not all solid. Pickups are Gretsch's new Pro Twin 6s, and these are humbuckers with Alnico 5 in the neck, Alnico 4 in the bridge, designed for articulation, warmth, and a bit more bite than your typical Filtertron setup. Add to that a Bigsby B7 GP string-through vibrato, far superior than the other ones, a Just-O-Matic bridge, gold hardware, locking tuners, and a Graph Tech nut, and you are looking at a semi-hollow gigging machine with gas for days. It's classy. So classy. It looks like a regular Gretsch, but in like a velvet smoking jacket. Not dissimilar to this shirt. It's the kind of guitar that makes you want to play jazz standards, even if you only know power chords. The gold hardware against that deep blackberry finish, it's like a tuxedo with a winning lottery ticket in the pocket. This Gretsch doesn't just turn heads, it adjusts monocles. In fact, this guitar is so beautiful, it deserves a full screen 5 seconds.
It's so beautiful, it deserves a full screen 5 seconds.
Let's talk price. The Electromatics are around 1,000 notes, but those made in Japan jewels are going to set you back around 3,000 notes. So, yeah. The gasometer's a little bit confused on this one. For the Electromatics, it wants to add to cart, but due to the price of the Japanese-made Broadkasters, sadly slips back down to wish list it. It's true. I wish I could have one of these, but I'm not rushing out to donate blood or anything like that. That being said, I'm not sure you have to donate your own blood. Okay, so this was almost my pick of the week. And to be honest, it probably should have been, and would have been, if my actual pick hadn't short-circuited my brain with gas so hard I nearly sold a guitar mid-video. At number 2, we've got something I did not expect from Fender. A full DAW digital audio workstation DAW. Call it what you want, it's not a subscription tease or a trialware gimmick. Nope. Fender Studio is completely free, and it runs on Mac, PC, iOS, and Android. It's aimed at musicians, not engineers, so it should be easy. Think of it as the laid-back cousin of GarageBand. Stripped down, loop-friendly, I hope? Focused on quick ideas and songwriting rather than endless plug-in chains. Initially, you get 8 tracks and the Fender Twin Amp. Then there's the built-in tuner, instrument and vocal effects like reverb, EQ and compression, etc. But if you register with Fender, which is also free, Fender gives you access to 8 more tracks, making that 16 in total, 6 more amps, and 6 more effects. Now, there are limitations. Most notably, it doesn't support plugins yet, which means no loading up your favorite third-party synth or guitar amp sims for now, but that might be by design, and I hope it is. It keeps things simple, fast, and low pressure. You're not building an Abbey Road mix here, you're sketching songs. Although I bet someone is going to do something phenomenal with this. Fender is also promising ongoing development, which they've been guilty of not doing in the past, and as we've seen with the ToneMaster Pro, they are doing it these days, so we might see more advanced features roll in later. For now, it's a frictionless, totally usable recording app that is beginner-friendly but not patronizing. That means it doesn't talk down to you. And again, it's free. It's free. This is exactly the kind of tool that I wished I'd had when I was starting out, and I've downloaded it because I'm going to be using it to capture stuff on the road. And if you're even thinking about recording, go download it. I'll put the link in the video description. And whether you've got a 3,000 note interface or just your phone mic, Fender Studio is going to get you making music. It's almost too easy, right? I don't know if the gasometer truly applies to this, as the whole thing is free. But no, price doesn't come into it, so not in this case. This is going to be a no-brainer download for some, and then for others, they're not going to touch it ever. So, although that clearly says buy it now, what I mean is download it. Did I mention that it's free?
Andy's Pick of the Week!
Yes, my pick of the week, and it was a very tough call because PRS has just dropped a full 5 new models into their 2025 SE and S2 lines, and they've all got one thing in common: 3 pickups. That's 15 pickups across the range, if you're counting. And yes, they come in multiple finishes, so that is... But you do the math. Prices are reasonable, by the way, so if you're trying to resist temptation, you might want to look away now. Let's break it down. The SE Studio Standard is the most stripped back of the bunch. All mahogany body, bolt-on maple neck, and 3 PRS pickups. Narrowfield, humbucker for those clean, articulate tones, and then a humbucker. Think classic Strat vibes, but with some PRS craftsmanship. The SE Studio steps it up with a flame maple top, swaps out the Narrowfields for the Narrowfield DDS, and the bridge pickup to the 5815 LTS humbucker. This one gives a real bona fide PRS vibe. The S2 Studio carries over that layout, but brings US-made construction, better hardware, and PRS's signature gloss finish quality. If you want boutique level build with more flexibility, this could be it. Then, I haven't finished yet, there's more. There's the S2 Special Semi-Hollow, which combines a semi-hollow mahogany build with a maple top, 5815 LT pickups with a Narrowfield smack bang in the middle. This is classy and getting closer to premium PRS. But my pick, the one that made me audibly gasp during the press release, the SE Special Semi-Hollow in Lake Blue. Just look at it. A figured maple veneer over a maple top over a semi-hollow mahogany body, dressed in this kind of electric melt blue finish that hits somewhere between elegance and sci-fi weapon. Pew, pew. But guitars are not just about looks. This one seems ridiculously versatile. You get a wide, thin neck, which I'm still not sure how I feel about, 25-inch scale, 22 frets, a pair of 5815 LTS humbuckers, and a Narrowfield DDS in the middle. That pickup combo could be magic. I'm thinking everything from warm PAF-style rhythm tones to Strat-style snap and sparkle, plus the mid-range focus you get from a semi-hollow. And with the coil splitting and a 5-way blade switch, you're getting tones that range from airy and clean to thick and compressed without losing clarity. Sorry, I nearly lost myself in guitar waffle speak there. Basically, if you want scrongle, this should be able to do it. And if your fleeb isn't flurbing, this guitar should help. It's got PRS's tremolo bridge and locking tuners too, so this isn't just for studio fiddling and couching. I think this is a legit live player, and it should be at this price. Because the price? The S2 models are going to be in the 3,000 note range-ish. The SE models around the 1,000 note range, just over. Right, let's check that gasometer. Rising. Oh yes, my wallet is on fire. In fact, I was chatting to Victor earlier, Victor that edits this video, and he is frantically sending out invoices so he can buy his first guitar in 2 years. And don't be surprised if you see one of those PRS SE specials on the channel very soon, because I'm not usually into blue guitars, but this is absolutely striking. And it looks like such a versatile model that I've already justified to myself. I might have to get one. And if I did get one, I would be using my own affiliate links in the video description down below, which I suggest you do as well, because you can support the show at no extra cost. Thank you. Now, I've got to move on because my wallet is trembling. I can hear it rumbling. My gas is real. I don't know what's happened. PRS, you've done it again. Thank you to the wonderful people that support this show on Patreon. Their names are up on the screen right now. Hello, everybody! And these people support the show right here on YouTube. Hello to you as well. Thank you so much. If you want your name up in digital lights, then click the join button right here on YouTube or visit my Patreon link in the video description. And here's a special thanks to the top tier members. Alinta, Buddha Blue, Boom Shakalaka, Buzzle, Dirk, Doug Paget, Hugh G. Rection, Yindrik Strelka, Johnny McBadminton, Mike Lute. This prank is officially sponsored by Jason Welch, Andrew Morgan, Gary O'Neill, Josh Tamberg, Man Dude Bro, PQ Deads, Robin Kelly, Sarang Narayan, and Southern Panda 33. Thank you, top tier members. If you have thoughts on this week's gear, drop it in the comments down below and click that subscribe button, and I'm sure something good will happen to you today. Bye! And these ditch the... Firstly, there's the Electromatic Flame